sketch. I have drawn one shade. This is, I hope we consider it as that is ground floor. Right now, what happens? This wall is containing bearing this column. This wall is of this height, and this height is, we had observed it has 10 feet height, and up to this much area there is 7 feet, and the wall is well plastered and finished. So this is one thing, it is plastered and finished. Okay, now the issue comes that there is one MS structure is being installed here, which has a sagging. It has a support also. It has different support in somewhere background this side, and this is again I section has been drawn from the x-axis, that is like this, and this is on the y-axis. Now what happens? This sag has came. To avoid this sag means this is coming downwards. It is coming downwards, right? This sag is there, and you can see this is one I section which is coming from back to front. So we can say this is a sectional elevation. You can say that this is from west wall, a distance of 32 feet approx. Now if there is a sag, how to clarify this sag? So we have two options. I will take it out some more pens to define you. This is much comfortable. So I have one option, that this having a purling here. There is a purling or a truss is also made here. I will just draw a existing truss here. There is a existing truss which contains vertical and tapered members in it. I am making it just rough, just to show you that what is the physical condition. The video of the existing building has been shown there. Now what happens? This sag, to avoid this sag, we have two options. I will use pencil for the first option. You just make or draw MS structure here, MS straight column, and which can be the good option to support it because of a gravity and a overloading. Why this is overloaded, you know? Because this contain box which is of HVAC ducting box. Duct comes out, and there is a opening from this side, and so on. It continues. It has different adjustmented angles here just to connect it, and this has a supports. Now this is enough to get understood, and its approximate weight is 490 kg full, and it has 4 supports, 1 2 3, and there is 1 4. These 4 supports are there. Now to avoid this sag, we can use this part and a cable to connect it. This is second option. This is option second, and this black is option first. Just look on to this. Now making it short and defining you the results. Client, the person whose building is this, he don't want to get obstructed by any vertical member. Now, so if he don't want, then it means this is erased. This is omitted, this is not considered. Only one this option is being considered. You just because this is containing a POP. So this part will be all hidden part. So we will make a cable here, we will connect it, and we will interlock this cable so that it can be tightened periodically whenever it get loosed, right? So this cable has to be placed here. Now you can use this cable. How much the size of this cable? This is approximately, it should be 14 mm thick cable, or you can say it is a clutch cable also, twisted cable. This is right. So we don't require any other software. This is a simple calculation. Use this to find the weight, and sometimes this weight is defined in the catalog also. Using the cable, tightening up, you can simply ask, I need a cable who can handle out how much load. Now calculate the load. I will use a different pen just to show you a better way. Load is, dead load is 490 kg. Live load is, just make it 20% more, that is 50-70 kg. And safety is whatever the weight is there, that is 90 plus 50, this becomes 540. 540 is the right weight, and this is multiplied by 1.5% of the existing. So when you go for here, open the calculator, 540 multiplied by 1.5, and you get 810 kg. So 810 kg is our real loading capacity required for cable or any substance or any material, whatever is coming, right? So this calculation is being done here. Next is go for the wall, and we have gone for the selection of this cable, that is 14. So I have did that 14 mm cable, and with the length of this length is sufficient to handle out this all material, because 490 kg is this one, 50 kg is live load, and sometimes a bit sagging and all that, these loads will be also included, so I have included. So ultimately 810 kg is enough for it. Make it, find it, and place it. Earlier I have shown other also. I will show the report. I have went there and I found that there is an elevation, and these are the coordinates at Bangalore on which I am working, and then I find it out what is the distance, then span, what are the material being used. So I found that 29 feet 3 inches span, and multiplied by 31 feet span found, and that room name was addressed by them only, and the I section which is used, which is not able to handle out the weight. Then he has told, from the catalog I found the dead load of the HAVC is 470 kg. Then divisional size and is required also, that 470 kg is divided in 4 parts where all the surface has been. Then frame weight is the duct frame is 1600 length, and this is containing 30 kg. It is being handled out by I section. So I section doesn't require extra safety for this. This is sufficient for it. Then I took out other calculations, and now the final calculation is with you. Second, I made it out 2 options, that for the vertical we can use angle also for more strengthening. right? And the angle can be 75 load bearing through hanging angle, then on the placing on the existing truss, and the same weight. And as per this was the sag I was observing, and no additional member is allowed to be got done. So we have gone here, we have just shown you that how it is to be placed and how this angle will be tensioned so that it can be done. After that I found second option. If we are not able to do that, then I wrote here option second. If load bearing is not possible, then we can use a taper load bearing system also to protect this. This is one duct which is crossing from the front side. This is also from the front side. One is incoming and second is outgoing. That is secondary lookup. We have to place a tapered load bearing member to avoid this sagging. So this is also one of the option, and let's see which is suitable, because sometimes people don't able to understand, and because of that only the few problems arises. So this is up to date final decision has been done, and here now I'm introducing myself. This is the date on which we are working. This is my QR code. You can scan it and you can get me there. And we are addressing here so many things. A sound civil engineer should be have a proper knowledge of for the different test of building materials. Some actual tests are listed below: concrete test, slump test, compression test, split tensile test, soundness, etc. Soft test, core cutter test, compacting test, sand reinforcement test, textile test, consolidated test, and the topology, vegetation, infrastructure, existing building, weather, culture. So many things are being included in all types of things. So my QR code is still there. You can pause the video and you can find me on this. I am structural engineer working out, and we have a very reasonable fees for the doing this work. Hope if you are able to understand and you would need such type of again clarifications on the structures, do call me and we solve the problem on the site itself within the day. So we don't give formalities to write on this complete thing on other software and then we are submitting it for the more briefing. So these are the short things which has to be get solved on the site on the same time. We cannot waste the time for it, right? Do understand? Like it, love it, or leave it. This is an water tank inspection chamber. So from one side there are so many rings are there. Water is being collected on one side and then it will be sent to the next side. And a basic thing is there. If you see in the very deep, it's not visible, so better not to discuss about that thing. You have to cover it. From here this will be inlets, and this is one jolly is made, and one extra ring has been kept here in this jolly, and then we will put this jolly and put the RCC, and this cap will be completed.